Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Junior Fa, he could very well be the next big thing, not only in New Zealand boxing, but at the top level. And I'm going to make a case for this for a couple of reasons. So in 18 months, the 6'5" New Zealander, he has raced to 12-0. While the opposition has largely been pretty limited in terms of ability, as you'd expect, it's given Fa the chance to build his record, his profile, develop a fan base, and put what he's done in the gym into action. Certainly hasn't always been flawless, but he's done what he needed to do. Along the way, there's been flashes of brilliance. Remember, this is a really naturally gifted athlete who has an 82.5-inch reach. There's not many boxers with a reach that big. As you might know, his major claim to fame up until this point is that he beat WBO heavyweight champ Joseph Parker twice in the amateurs. Hear that again? That's twice. So there's no doubt he has immense raw potential. Just 2 fights ago, he saw off Daniel Tai. Now, Daniel Tai, he's a very good New Zealand level fighter. So far, he fought him, beat him with a back injury, no less, to pick up the New Zealand heavyweight belt. So previously, that's been held by the likes of Sonny Bill Williams, a famous All Black here in New Zealand, and also by former top heavyweight and fringe contender Shane Cameron. So far, he was hobbled by a back injury in that fight, as I mentioned. So actually, he did really well to see him off. For that fight, it's got to be noted, Far came in at 277 pounds. I actually think that's a little heavy for him. I think if there has been a knock on Junior Far to this point in his career, it's definitely been that his conditioning maybe hasn't been where it should have been. But, I get that, he had 3 years off boxing. He's had a transition from working man to professional boxer. That doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy. So, I'm willing to give him a little bit of leeway there because you can clearly see on social media he's putting in work. I would say 250 to 255, somewhere around that range for his frame is probably about right. Yeah, I think the real upside is that if he can fine down a bit and come in somewhere around that range, his athleticism is going to be on display for all to see. Got to remember, he's 6'5" and he moves really, really well for a big guy. As I was saying, on social media, he's been posting videos, he's been putting in some serious work. Doesn't even have a fight scheduled right now. You know the old saying, you don't get ready, you stay ready. So I would say from what I've seen on social media, he's looking leaner, sharper, and definitely faster. So I decided, well, I'll get in touch with Junior Far, check in with him and see what's next and where his training was at. I've got to say, pretty pleased with what he had to say. So while he doesn't have a fight scheduled, he is putting in that work. The results are clear. Just look at the video on screen. He's really, really looking impressive. That box jump, wow. I mean, look how good he's looking on the bag. I definitely think he's in better shape than just a couple of months ago. And that is a testament to his hard work. And in terms of what he's been focusing on, Junior Far says nutrition has been a big thing. It's now a massive, massive part of his life. So he says that combined with his fitness, boxing, and power training, that's going to turn heads. He also said, watch this space. It's a big transformation on the horizon. That's really great to hear. I'm glad to hear that he's putting the division on notice and he can be someone that we can look out for in the coming years. So while Junior Fight doesn't have that fight locked in yet, he does say we can expect to see him soon, perhaps September or October, and definitely fighting offshore before the end of the year. And as you might know, Far is signed with Deontay Wilder's promoter, Lou DiBella, so perhaps we might see him on the Wilder Ortiz undercard if that fight can be made. Any Deontay Wilder fight, actually, it'd be good to see one made, whether it is with Berman Stavern, which is not a fight we really want to see, but it'd be good to see Far with the fight scheduled. So in terms of a short to medium term plan, so he was telling me that he will be fighting less. He's looking at maybe 5 to 6 fights a year. and a major goal is to enter the top 15 of one of the sanctioning bodies by this time next year. I believe that's a very achievable goal. If he can continue to do what he's doing, work his way through the levels and look good in doing so, he will crack one of those top 15. And it's really good to hear from Fa himself that his back is all good at the moment. As we know, back injuries, which he had one for that Daniel Tai fight, back injuries can be just debilitating at any time, let alone if you're a boxer. But obviously in boxing, it is so much more pronounced. You've got to be so careful with your back. And in case you're wondering, just before we end this video, what drives Junior Fa and gives him that fire to be in the ring? It's his family. Probably no surprise there, but a good answer. I'm really looking forward to seeing Junior Fa take that next step in his career. I'm pretty confident that he can do it and he's got the tools to go a long way. But what do you think? Drop a comment, hit like and subscribe. I'm out.